If you think that photographers charge too much, then you actually don't understand what photographers do. See, people want beautiful photographs. They want these beautiful moments, these memories captured, and often they want this done fast, cheap, and easy, you see. But this is what they don't understand, that photography is just not clicking a button. It is gear, it's experience, it's editing, it's time. So that is why today we're talking about why photographers charge what they do. An image can take seconds to capture, but this is what people don't understand, that in order to capture a perfect image in that moment, it would have taken years of experience and knowing how to do that by using light, the type of lenses and camera to get the image right, perfect in that moment and time. So this goes back to things like if you book a photo shoot, for example, it's like, what is a photographer doing in preparation to the photo shoot that is, say, 5 days ahead or months when it comes to weddings, for instance? There's a lot that's involved that a photographer has to do in order to prepare for that photo shoot. They must be in the right frame of mind, have on the right gear on site that moment in order for you to capture those beautiful images that you are going after. And also is that, like, right after the photo shoot, most photographers spend long nights editing images because they want you to get these images in time, basically. And they use complex software that most people do not know how to use, how to tweak and adjust lighting and color correct these images for them to come out perfect, suited for the client that paid. So I'm quickly just going to go off the list that I have in front of me here. Equipments are costly. Think about how much the camera costs, the lenses, the lights, the editing software, the hard drive that you offload the files into, or if you are using cloud storage, how much you paid for this, So this is all definitely not cheap, So for instance, when you call a plumber to your house to help you, you don't expect the plumber to just come empty-handed, because the plumber will have to bring his tools, no? And so then why ask a photographer to come and do your photos if you are not putting the equipments and like the cameras and lenses that he or she is using in mind, basically. Now check this. You are paying for a vision, not just a view. You are paying for a vision, not just a view. What am I talking? Give a camera to 5-6 different photographers and tell them to shoot the same scene. Those images will definitely be different for each and every of those photographers. This means that just because you have a camera, you have a lens, doesn't mean that you're a photographer. How you use what you have, be it the camera or the lens, how good you are at using that's what makes one a photographer. Now, this vision that you are paying for, that a photographer has, comes with a lot of experience and a lot of years of practice and repetitions of doing these things over and over again. So you need to understand and actually have respect for the craft, On a photo shoot, this is what is happening. The photographer is just not shooting. In his mind, he is creatively thinking how to frame the shot, basically. And at the same time, he is directing you how to post. he is setting up light basically, you know, and a lot is involved, you know. He's curating the scene with the colors and how they complement each other. At the end of the day, the photographer is very exhausted, and then he has to take on the task of editing these images for you just the way you love or you prefer them. To photographers, really, when you are on photo shoot, you want to build in some time to how to just step back and take a break, especially when you are on long shoots like weddings. You are shooting for 5, 6, 7 hours, you know, like you're covering the whole day. It's important to rest, basically. Charge according to the amount of work that you're putting into the day as a photographer. Don't be shy to mention your price. As humans, as photographers, we are humans. We are not machines. We do get tired. We need to build all those expectations in there. Because now imagine if you spend a whole day shooting wedding photos like I do sometimes. Wedding days are long, and normally I'm on my feet the whole day. The following day, I am down and out. My legs are aching. Now, imagine if you get sick. Now you have to go to the hospital, no? And who is paying for that? You know, if you have to ask a fellow photographer friend of yours to take over and edit these images for your client who wants the images urgently, isn't he or she also going to want to be paid? So you have to think about all these things and see how to incorporate them in the price that you pitch to your clients. So ask me again, why do photographers charge so much? It is because we don't sell photos. We sell moments. We sell memories wrapped in time. That's what we're doing. And all these beautiful masterpieces, they are backed by talent and years of experience. So next time a client asks you, why do you charge so much? As a photographer, smile and tell them, you are not paying for a photo. You are paying for how I, the photographer, see the world. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys, all the way to the end. Please tap on that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already done so. I see you guys in my next video.